Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time here. So this is going to be a love and spirituality reading for earth signs, Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. And as always, I will be extending this video. So if this reading resonates with you, you can click the link down below and you will be directed to a video that will give you more in-depth messages. So let's dive right into this earth signs. I'm going to be talking about your current energy, like what's going on with you presently, and then we'll talk about your August predictions, like what you can expect in the next upcoming month. All right, so the first three cards out are the Celebration card, the We Are the World card, and the Mature Man card. Okay. So I feel like presently a lot of you are feeling this sense of disconnection. It's kind of like the feeling of being in a crowded room but feeling alone. Just feeling like you are very misunderstood at the moment. Like even people who you are closest to, you feel like they don't fully understand like what's going on in your mind or understand exactly what you're going through, or maybe you don't even understand exactly what you're going through. Like you could be having a certain experience right now, you know, mentally and emotionally, that it's like you can't really figure out what the source of it is. You could know on some level what's affecting you, but there's something deeper going on that it's like you can't really see or you can't really fully understand. But I feel like you're going to in the near future, you're going to I'm hearing that something's going to be revealed to you to show you exactly what's going on with you on a deeper level. It's kind of like when you've been going through something for a very long time and the feeling is just kind of there and lingering, but you don't really like dive into the feeling and pay attention or analyze it. But then maybe you come across like a YouTube video or you come across like someone on social media and everything makes sense, like everything clicks. I feel like you're going to be having that experience like in the near future. So if you have been feeling disconnected from people or disconnected from yourself, I feel like that's going to end soon, you know, when you have this epiphany or when you come across something that's giving you an epiphany about why you've been feeling the way that you're feeling. With the Mature Man card being here, I feel like for a lot of you, I'm hearing the word wisdom. So this is like I said, I'm feeling like this is going to be in the near future though. I don't feel like this has happened yet, but there is some sort of wisdom that you're going to be obtaining. Like I said, that's going to help you to see or understand why you've been feeling disconnected. For some of you though, you're feeling disconnected because you have outgrown a lot of people. Like you have obtained some sort of knowledge or some sort of wisdom, or you just went through some sort of cycle that basically caused you to elevate. It's like you can't go back to doing the things you used to do, or you can't go back to thinking the way that you used to think, and that can make you feel alone too. So this could be like a spiritual awakening sort of energy, or it's basically like when you level up and your way of thinking changes, and then suddenly you don't resonate with the people who you used to resonate with, or you don't resonate with the things you used to resonate with. You see what I'm saying? So those are the messages for your present energy. Sorry, I'm just trying to feel this card and see if there's anything else that wants to come through. Yeah, I feel like for a lot of you, there's like this desire to expand. It's like you're really wanting to expand your mind, broaden your horizons. I'm hearing Sagittarius, and some of you could have Sagittarius in your chart, but I'm feeling like I'm hearing Sagittarius because this is like the desire to, this is the desire for expansion, whether that be like traveling or the desire to get away from your environment, or the desire to expand your mind and your way of thinking. Some of you may be purchasing or may have been purchasing a lot of books, or you're needing to purchase more books, because I'm just hearing like expanding your mind, expanding your mind. Yeah, reading. Sorry, these messages are a little disconnected, but I hope you're following me. I'm hearing like either you're reading a lot right now, or you're needing to, because you're needing to broaden your horizons mentally. And that goes back to the message that I just said earlier about like you having some sort of epiphany that helps you understand yourself better. You can possibly have this epiphany through reading. You may come across a book, or you may purchase some books that you're interested in, and as you're reading and obtaining wisdom and knowledge, you could start gaining some insight or some epiphanies about yourself. I feel like also for a lot of you, this is talking about you needing to study yourself. And that's probably why also you're feeling a bit disconnected. It's kind of like the universe's way of telling you that you need to be disconnected from other people in order for you to really dive into yourself and to study yourself very intensely. Because that's where you're going to experience the most maturity and the most wisdom, is if you actually study yourself and get to know yourself quite well. So yeah, that is your present energy, earth signs. So let's look at the energy of your outside, like your outside energy, someone or a group of people who are affecting you the most in the current moment. So we have the innocence card, the projections card, and the occupations card. So with the innocence card being here, I feel like you're dealing with someone who at times they have a hard time accepting some of their wrongdoings. I feel like this person may deal with a bit of shame. It's like they want to look or appear a certain way in your eyes or in people's eyes. So when they make a mistake, it's like they don't know how to deal with it. They don't know how to take responsibility for it. So they may project it onto other people, or they may project it onto you and act like you're the problem or you're the mistake. And it's genuinely coming from a place of shame. Whatever this person has been through in life, like I said, it's like they want to appear to be innocent, or they want to appear to be like a good person. And it's not to say that they're not a good person, but I feel like they just don't know how to deal with the fact that they are a flawed human being, just like anyone else. It's like they feel this intense shame whenever their flaws come to the surface, and the way that they deal with it is unhealthy. Like they start to project, or they start to tell you that you're the issue. They try to push it off on you. And I feel like that is something that's greatly affecting you. This could be like a romantic partner. It could be a parent. It could be a friend, so just take it as it resonates. It could be like a boss, a coworker, but I feel like I said, this is really affecting you. It's not anything that's personal. Like I said, this person deals with deep-rooted shame, and so whenever they do something wrong or something shameful comes to the surface about them, just expect them to really react or respond in a very negative way. I'm not saying that you have to tolerate it or put up with it, but don't take it personally, because again, this person has their own issues that they're needing to deal with, and they're not actively working on those issues, because the occupation card is here in reverse. So they're not putting the time, energy, and effort into working on the things that's going on inside of them. I don't think they fully are aware of what's going on inside of them. A lot of people don't know that they have a shame response, and I feel like that this person is no exception. This person does not know that they have that shame response where they project and blame other people and things of that sort when they do something wrong. So they're going to have to be shown by the universe the issues that they have. I feel like it'll be very difficult for anyone else to show them those issues, because if you think about it, if they're already a shameful individual, they do something wrong, right? And then you confront them, their shame response is, no, you're the one in the wrong. And then you try to explain to them like, hey, you're having a shame response right now. Like, this is your shame, like, projecting onto me. Then they'll feel ashamed of the fact that they have that shame response. And then it'll just get worse and worse. You see what I'm saying? It's like the universe would have to show them, a higher power would have to show them why this defense mechanism is very dangerous, and why they need to change it. Because right now it's working for them. It's making them feel comfortable to project and not own up to their wrongdoings. It's making them comfortable. It makes them feel better about themselves. So they would have to go through something where it doesn't work for them any longer. So the universe would have to show them. And again, I personally would recommend keeping your distance from people like that, because it could really start to warp your brain or warp your perception when someone behaves like that way, especially if they're doing something wrong to you and then blaming you. So just be mindful of that. There are a lot of parents who are notorious for that. So some of you, that could be a parental figure doing that to you. So let's see for the month of August, earth signs, what you can expect. So we have the slowing down card in reverse, the source card, the high honor card. Okay. So with the slowing down card being here, I feel like a lot of you, you're kind of moving full speed ahead with something in the next month. And I feel like you're getting this random burst of energy, but it's actually not random. It's actually coming from a higher power, God, the universe, whatever you believe in. It's coming from a higher power. You're getting this burst of energy to move forward on something that, you could have been dragging your feet in. This could directly relate to the message from earlier where I said some of you are wanting to expand your horizon. So maybe you are, moving somewhere, changing locations, or it could be that you're expanding your horizons mentally. So you're going to start reading more, start studying more, start diving into those books more. It's like whatever it is you've been putting off, it's like full speed ahead is what I'm hearing in August, because you get this random burst of energy. For some of you who haven't been feeling well, your health is improving in the month of August, and that's going to be another reason why you're going to be able to kind of move full speed ahead. For some of you, your health has been the reason why you've been kind of slowed down, or you've been procrastinating on certain things, or you've had to put certain things off. And when I say health, it could be like your physical health, it could be your mental health. This could be talking about the pandemic. Like maybe there was maybe you had to wait until certain places open back up, or you had to wait until certain things slowed down, or because at the beginning of, okay, let me make sure I send this message the right way, because I'm not trying to say like, oh, in August the pandemic is over, so now you can just do whatever you want. No, but in the beginning of the pandemic, it was more like we were far more cautious, and we were far more like not knowing the correct precautions to take. And now it's like things are starting to not become normal again, of course, but people are starting to become more comfortable with moving forward with certain things, you know? So I feel like that could be it. I really hope that message doesn't come off the wrong way, because I'm not telling anybody to start acting like this pandemic is over. Actually, I am really bothered that a lot of people are acting like it's over. But you know what I'm saying. It's like, we have made a bit of progress from the beginning of it. So now, like, for example, I plan on moving soon. And at the beginning of the pandemic, I would have absolutely not have even considered moving. But now I'm moving soon, and now I just know I have to take the correct precautions. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, hope that made sense. But yeah, moving full speed ahead in the month of August is what I'm seeing. I'm picking up speed because you are being helped or improved mentally, emotionally, physically. It's like your health is being improved, so you're able to take on things that you originally were putting off. With the High Honor card being here in the reverse, yeah, I feel like this is still some sort of, I'm hearing shame. Hold on, let me pull one more for this. Okay, so I was picking up, I had to stop and reshuffle, sorry. So if the audio was kind of like switched a little bit, I had to stop for a second because I wasn't getting the messages clearly. But what I'm getting now is that in the month of August, there is a bit of shame that I'm picking up in your energy, and I feel like it's shame over time that you've wasted. It's a very odd message here. It's almost like you're thinking back on all the time that you wasted and all the poor decisions that you've made, and it's almost like you are beating yourself up for it. But the thing is that that's very counterproductive, because you're getting this burst of energy in August, and the last thing you want to do is use it on regrets, or use it on like, I regret doing this, I regret doing that, I wasted so much time. Like, that's just going to drain and deplete your energy, and it's honestly just going to set you back. So just be mindful of that in August, because I'm just hearing that for a lot of you've gone through a certain cycle, or you've gone through certain phases in your life, possibly in the near past, or in the recent past, I mean, where you didn't make a decision that you were supposed to make, or you were making poor decisions, or you were like leaving the door open for certain people to come back into your life. You weren't setting clear boundaries, or you weren't being disciplined and moving towards the things that you want to get accomplished. And so it's almost like in August, when you have this energy and you're moving forward, it's almost like you're going to stop and say like, oh, if I would have just been doing this a year ago, I would be so much further. And then like, just even that in itself is going to deplete your energy and set you back. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're needing to not think about all the times you didn't make the right decisions, all the times you weren't disciplined, all the times that you procrastinated, all the times that you held on to certain people for too long, held on to certain situations for so long. It's like you are, if in the month of August, if you start to think about all the time you've wasted and all the things that you could have done, it really is going to drain you. It really, really is going to drain you. Like, it's a good thing that you're seeing it. Like, you're seeing that, there was a lot of time wasted, because then not to waste any further time. Not to continue to waste time by acknowledging that you've wasted so much, but just acknowledge it and then move forward. Like, don't sit and think about it like, man, I could be so much further along, and if I would have learned about this a year ago, if I would have done this a year ago. No, it's like, that literally is going to be extremely counterproductive, and it's going to drain all the energy that you have coming your way in the month of August. So just be very mindful of that. Trying to see if there's anything else coming through for these cards. Oh, also in August, be very mindful that what it is that you're moving toward, because like I said, this burst of energy that you're getting, make sure you're using it in the right way, because I'm hearing misplaced energy or misdirected, misguided. So this burst of energy that you're getting, make sure that you're using it properly, meaning that you are putting it into things that are going to give you a positive return. It's like, don't, spend this time building your energy back up just to go and direct it at something that's going to drain and deplete all of it. It's kind of like when you cut off like a toxic person because they're draining you, and then you go into isolation and you build your energy back up. Like, don't come out of isolation, go back to that person, and then let them drain you again. It's like you built yourself back up just to have them deplete you again. And that's just an example. That's what I mean. Like, make sure that when you rebuild your energy, or when this energy is rebuilt or replenished in you, that you're putting it into something that's going to multiply that energy. Not just that, like, don't put it into something that's going to take away from the energy that you spent so much time building up. See what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. All right, so let's look at the outside energy for August, like someone who's going to be affecting you, a group of people or a person. Could be a family member, could be a romantic interest, could be a friend. So outside energy for August, we have the Courage card, the Guilt card in reverse, and the Pathway card. So it looks like in the month of August, there's someone who, with the Courage card being here, I'm hearing that they need to have the courage to be vulnerable. I feel like this could be this same person that was in your outside energy that I was talking about earlier, the one who has like a shame response, where they project or they deflect. It's like this person is needing to be, they're needing to have the courage to be vulnerable is what I'm hearing. And they're needing to learn to forgive themselves for certain things that they have done to you or to other people or to themselves. You know, it's weird because sometimes we're conditioned to think that when somebody hurts us, it's almost like we hear like they need to forgive themselves. We can think like, no, they shouldn't because they've done terrible things. You shouldn't forgive yourself if you've done terrible things. But truth be told, if more people learn to make mistakes and then forgive themselves for them, they would be more likely to try to make amends with the people that they've hurt. You see what I'm saying? It's like sometimes we think if we shame someone about something they've done, then that's going to make them see the error in their ways, and then that's what's going to make them try to come and make amends, you know? But that's usually not the case, especially when you're dealing with someone who has a shame response where they start to project or deflect and things of that sort. It's like they're lacking self-compassion. And they're lacking the ability to forgive themselves when they mess up. So that's where the negative or toxic defense mechanism come in, where they start blaming you, or they start projecting it onto other people. So if they would learn to practice self-compassion and forgive themselves, it doesn't mean that they wouldn't take accountability. That actually would make them take more accountability. You see what I'm saying? It's the shame that's stopping them from taking accountability, you know? So they would need to have the courage to be vulnerable. And I feel like this is a message for some of you as well, because for some of you, I feel like you may not have the same shame response as them, but for some of you, it's like you could really punish yourself or beat yourself up when you make mistakes. And it's like a conditioning. Like, we've been conditioned to think punishment, shame, and things of that sort is the best way to change someone's behavior. So we automatically fall into that when we make mistakes. But if we had more compassion for ourselves, and if we said like, okay, well, I made a mistake, but I'm human. You know, a lot of people think, okay, well, if that happens, then that means people are just going to be running amok and doing terrible things, because then they can automatically just forgive themselves. But that's not true. Because if you have a certain level of self-compassion and you say, I'm a human and I made a mistake, and you can connect with that vulnerable part of yourself, then you probably won't make those mistakes anymore, because you've now given yourself the compassion that's needed to not repeat certain things. And when you have compassion for yourself, you have compassion for other people. So you won't keep repeating it if you give yourself compassion. I hope that makes sense. It's a very it's something that a lot of people really don't know or don't realize. And it's interesting to me. They really think that shame and punishment and all that is like the best way. But no, that's like a way for people to keep on doing the wrong that they are doing based off of their shame response. But anyway, like I said, this person in August needs to have the courage to be vulnerable and the courage to kind of face the things that they've done head on and to forgive themselves. And I feel like if they can do that, then they can kind of step up to the plate and take accountability for the things they've done and actually have compassion for the people that they've done it to. And until then, it's like they are just going to continue to be off track. They're going to continue to burn bridges. They're going to continue to have people distance themselves, from them, especially you. So yeah, they're needing to, like I said, connect to this vulnerable part of themselves. I'm going to pull one more for this person. Yeah, so I pulled additional cards for this person. I'm seeing that this person is trying not to feel guilt. Like I said before, they're going about it the wrong way. They're trying to just bypass the guilt and bypass the shame, but that's not going to happen. They need to actually face it head on and feel it, or to connect with themselves emotionally and feel it and have that level of vulnerability. So they're trying to bypass it. They're really trying to bypass it. They're trying not to feel it. And I feel like what's going to happen is it's a situation that's going to take place where they're going to have to learn this lesson the hard way. Cause I'm seeing the bad health card here, the main female in reverse card here. Yeah, they would have to learn this lesson the hard way in terms of the way that they have been mistreating people due to their own shame response. I feel like this person, it's almost like I'm trying to figure out what I'm hearing here. This person has the ability to manifest things into their life. They have the ability to manifest fortune into their life. But it's almost like that fortune gets taken away from them, and they don't understand that it's being taken away because of their shame response, because of them projecting and blaming other people for their shortcomings. It's like they don't understand that their blessings keep getting blocked by this. And so if they were wise, they would take the situation that they were in with you and they would use it as a lesson. Because I feel like you are a part of the fortune that they have manifested, and they're messing it up with the projections, with the blaming other people, with the not taking responsibility. This is, like I said, this could be a parent, this could be a lover, this could be a friend. They're messing it up, and they would have to learn the hard way, unfortunately, by losing something valuable to them. So it may be losing you, or you distancing yourself. And then they would then go through something, like the universe would cause them to go through something that would really cause them to see, like, that they've been messing up and the way they've been handling things has been completely wrong. And it's all coming from a place of toxic shame and not wanting to face themselves and not wanting to face, taking accountability for their actions. So yeah, it's like I said, they would have to have something negative happen to them, or they would have to find out the hard way, is what I'm seeing. For some of you, I feel like you're the person who constantly gives this person emotional nurturing in some way. Like, you could be a nurturing person. I feel like in August you're being asked to remove that aspect from their lives, to distance yourself from them, to move that aspect from their lives, because they're going to have to learn, or they need to feel some sort of consequence, for them constantly projecting and not taking accountability, So yeah, and if you remove yourself, if you're the one who's constantly the emotional nurturer or giving the emotional support, if you remove yourself and give that nurturing to yourself, then they would have no choice ultimately but to eventually find out how to give that to themselves. And that's exactly what they need, so that they can start taking accountability for their actions through self-compassion and through self-awareness. All right, so we're going to finish this in the extended. Thank you guys for watching. The link to the extended will be in the description box. Basically, I'm going to be pulling additional cards for what I spoke about in this video. So we'll be pulling more cards for your current energy, for the outside person's current energy, for your August energy, and the outside person's August energy. So again, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys over in the extended video. Bye.